What's going on, guys? Hey, it's Anthony with the Wrenched Out Experiment. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, we're doing these weekly video drops. So I am here in the office once again, kind of moving some stuff around, trying to figure out what the best way to set up for this new Tuesday segment is. Right now, I do kind of like this setup simply because I've got the natural light coming in from the window. I've got my monitors kind of on both sides and obviously above here where the camera is. Now the camera is sitting on this mount. I'm hoping that'll hold it because I set this up earlier, was testing different things. Mount fell, got a little scared there because I thought the lens hit the desk. It didn't happen, so I'm fortunate there. I'm recording this on the Rodecaster Pro and with the broadcaster mic right here. And one of the reasons I'm doing that is I want to get the full use out of A, the microphone, and B, I want to use the hell out of the Rodecaster Pro. So I thought, what better way to do that than to keep doing these videos? Now, in today's video, I just wanted to talk real briefly about some of the movement stuff and some of the changes in gear real briefly. So we do got the Rodecaster Pro. I have a separate video. It may be out by now. It may not be, talking about that new firmware update for the multi-track. I am waiting simply because it does not work correctly in Adobe Audition, which is what I use. It also does not record multi-track to the SD card, which to me is kind of a letdown because it should very easily be able to do both. Give you the option for SD card, do a stereo, and then a breakout. And then, of course, it should work with Adobe Audition being one of the biggest audio software programs out there on the market. Does not work with that. Talking about gear, so that's what I'm using as my main mixer at this moment. And then I do use the Rode A1 for my monitors still, simply because for some reason the Rodecaster Pro, I was using it for my studio monitors, and then it stopped working. I don't know what happened. I restarted everything, still wasn't working. So I just said, screw it. Let me just hook up the Rode A1s. It's super simple to use, super simple to just get set up and keep it going that route, and then I'll do post-production with that. So here on the desk is getting kind of ridiculous with stuff. A couple of other things. I've got the DirecTV deal. I do have the Hauppauge video game recorder. I'm going to be doing some stuff on that. A buddy of mine gave me that. I've got my Astro A40 mixer, which is sitting down here. Ultimately, I'm trying to use all of this equipment. And when I say use it, it's not just use it for the basic functionality, just like the Rodecaster Pro, just like this microphone. I want to use it in full production. I want to start pushing this stuff to the max. A, because I purchased it and the stuff isn't cheap. B, it also will allow me to share more of my experience with using these products with you guys and hopefully help you become the better creator, as that's been my endeavor as well on this kind of relentless process of trying new things here on the Wrenched Out Experiment YouTube channel, the Instagram page, and much more. So while we're talking about gear, I will be also doing some videos on the Cricut Explorer Air 2. Now that is pretty much the all-in-one tool I've used for. I did the decals that were cut out right in that one. I did the Wrenched Out Experiment one that you may or may not have seen in some of the other videos. I've done a lot of decals and cuts from that. I've also done quite a few shirts and everything else as well. So I've got a lot of cool videos planned for that, just showing you guys some of the stuff that I've made and some of the stuff I want to make, because it's a pretty unique situation. It's also what that primary area over there is for, is when I get into using that, and then I'll pull out the light and work on the desk here, and it works really well. It's kind of a nice thing that I do like, and I'm enjoying to be able to get into it. And I've got some really cool creative things I'm going to be doing with that as well. Again, this is just another kind of brief update, me talking through some of the points on here. I don't know if I've had it done by this video or not as well, but I've got to do that office video where I'm showing you guys the new office setup. I'm absolutely loving it. It's way more functional. And I'll do multiple segments on creating a functional workflow, whether it's video, photography, work itself, and so much more, because it's absolutely imperative, not only to, I guess, the process itself on being efficient and all of that, but, you know, with my setup here, I will say that it also has increased the amount of kind of creativity and has helped me kind of rekindle that fire, which is super important, because from a creation standpoint, doing YouTube and Instagram and all of those things, you're often challenged with how do I come up with new content? How do I do this? How do I do that? And you should be always asking yourself those kinds of questions. And since I moved all of this stuff kind of around, I've got my monitors here, I've got the TV up there, I've got this nice workflow, it kind of reduces that workflow thought process, and has also kind of rekindled that creative process, because I'm not so, I guess, enamored or kind of overtaken by the editing and post-processing setup. Anyways, more to come on that. I think that's kind of a cool subject and topic that we're going to talk through. And then, of course, I'll show you guys some of the stuff that I've done in detail here in the office, and some of the stuff that I'd like to do. I mean, this is definitely not the final run on the office, but I will say this, you know, I've seen and I like watching like office tours and this and that from YouTubers and other people, but this is not a show office. Like, and what I mean by show office is I use this for my full-time job. I use this for video editing. Sometimes you can catch me playing video games here. I'll have my kid in here while I'm doing production stuff, video production stuff. And, you know, the TV above here will be playing cartoons. Meanwhile, down on these two monitors right here, I'm working away. So, I mean, the functionality right now is really cool, and it's made just everything a world of difference. We'll just say that. So here's that Tuesday setup as promised. So every single Tuesday, I will be dropping a new video. It'll be an assortment of things, anywhere from me just blabbering on like I did in this video, to going into some details on pretty much whatever it is I want. But I wanted to start this. I find that this is an important launching point, or relaunching point, more or less, for me here at the Rinse Start Experiment. And we got a lot of really cool things to share and everything else. Let me get a drink of my coffee. Look at this. Bam. See that iced coffee. That's pretty much it. Hey, if you guys have any questions about the gear that I was talking about or anything else, just drop a comment down below. I'm more than happy to talk to you guys about that. And as always, thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys have not subscribed, consider doing that. Just hit the subscribe button so you don't miss these videos or any of the other videos that we are doing here at the Rinse Start Experiment. And check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and everywhere else. We will see you guys in the next video.